This is the mausoleum that contains the final remains of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana. And since he died, and this was actually his third burial place. I mentioned earlier on that he was the president of Ghana until 1966, 24th of February, when his government was overthrown by a military and police coup d'etat. So he had to go into exile in Conakry, Guinea, where he also became co-president of Guinea because of the role he played in Guinea's independence struggle much later. That was where he lived till he fell sick in 1971. They took him to Bucharest, Romania, for proper medical care. That was where he died of prostate cancer in 72 at the age of 63. So they embalmed his body in Romania and then took him back to Guinea, where he was given a state funeral and burial as co-president. 3 months later, they transferred his body from Guinea back to his family house in Ghana. He was born in a town called Nkrumah in the western region of Ghana because at the time he died, unfortunately his mother was still alive. So she requested they brought him back home. So eventually they took him there where a mausoleum was built and he was kept. But eventually, years later, Ghanaians also thought that he deserved a proper national honor. So this monument was built in 1991 by Jerry John Rawlings, our then head of state, who passed away just last year, December. So when this place was finished, he was then transferred from his family house to this place. So this is his third and hopefully his final resting place. It's built of Italian marbles, but the architect was a Ghanaian who was called Dr. Don Arthur, still alive. Now, Dr. Nkrumah was also amongst the leaders on the continent who believed and promoted strongly Pan-Africanism, and eventually amongst the founding fathers of the OAU, what we now call the AU. And so, to give a more practical expression to the talk about Pan-Africanism, he married an African. His wife was an Egyptian called Fathia Nkrumah. In fact, their marriage was also politically arranged. It was done by Jamal Abdel Nasser, the then president of Egypt, an attempt to kind of unite Arab Africa to Black Africa. Fathia Nkrumah passed away in 2007 in Egypt. But not long after she died, the news came from their children that during her last days, it was actually her wish to be very close to her husband. So that news got to our then government. It was discussed and eventually agreed. So they brought her back, gave her also a state funeral, and eventually they also brought her remains. So Fathia Nkrumah, Nkrumah's wife, was also laid to rest right now.